Hello there everyone, welcome back. Devansh here, and in this video we are going to write a simple calculator program in Go programming language, or you can say Golang. Okay, so the best way, as said, is to learn any programming language is to like by building something. Okay, so in this tutorial I'll also share about the code. I'll basically like try to keep it a very beginner level. I'll explain each and every line what I'm writing and stuff. So stay tuned, and if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. So first of all, in a Golang project, you need to or program, like you can say, you need to import the main package. So let's import that. Do I need to like increase my font size? No, it's enough. Okay, package main, and yeah, and also like format we need to import, through which we can have functions, access functions like print ln, print ln, and scan line. So let me tell you about these two functions. So println and scanln functions can be accessed using this package, you can say. Okay, or class. So these two methods, like println, as the name suggests, is for displaying the output in on the output screen, and scanln is basically used for taking any user input. Yeah, great. So if you are like new to Golang, let me tell you something. Golang is a very you can say a very trending language, very in demand language, and there are it is also a procedural oriented language, and yeah, it is a small language. Okay, so you can like learn it, and it is like very powerful, and it is being considered as the language of future. Yeah, so let's come back to our program, and we have imported our fmt format. Okay, great. So as you know, for any programming language, the main flow of the program starts from the main method. So func main, this is main method. Here, from here, the execution of a program starts. So yeah, what we need to do is keeping our code a bit more easy to debug and easy to understand, more of readable. To like make our code more readable, we'll be using like different methods. Okay, so let's I'll be adding comments. I add too much comments in my code because that makes the other someone, when referring to my code, to understand it much easier. So I'm going to define it. This is the function for, okay, FUNC function for addition. Okay, this is the function for ADDI addition. uh, just let me copy this, and like I'll paste this over here. Yeah, okay, this is for the subtraction. Okay, subtraction, and okay, so let us write the function for addition. Func I say addition, and this would basically take two numbers, okay, as a parameter. So the first number would be like a, which will be integer type, and the second would be b, which is also integer type. So in other, if you are like coming from Java background, there we like define our variables, like this, first the data type and then the variable name. But in Golang, like we write the variable name first and then the data type. Okay, so yeah, or like you can simply write this as well, like this also, a comma b, and then if both the variables that you are taking, both the parameters are of same data type. Okay, or like you can simply keep them like this, if those are of like different data types. For the string, one is string, and if one is int, so you can like keep it like this. So yeah, but both are integer values, so I'll keep it like this. And also now here, like you need to uh, pass the data type or the return data type which the function will be returning. So I'll simply, this would return the addition, so which will be of int data type. And if your function is like not returning any values, then you can type of the function is void. So this, but in our case, it is returning the addition of two numbers a and b, which it is taking as a parameter. So we are writing int over here. Yeah, pretty much that only. And simple over here in the return statement, we can say like a plus b. Okay, and something more cool is like uh, in Golang, like we can return multiple values. We'll see in the future tutorials. Like I'll create more of tutorials on Golang. So, but in our case, only we need to like return only a plus b. Okay, yeah, cool. So this is a very beginner friendly. Like I'm considering if you are like this is your first Golang project, then you can understand it much easier. So now let's write our second method, which will be func like subs. I'll say for the subtraction subs, and this would also take two parameters a and b. Okay, so and this would also return us the integer value. Okay, so cool. Yeah, I hope you understand this. As I mentioned, we can write either in this format or in this format if we can write in this format if like both the parameters are of same data type. Cool. So like we'll return a minus b. Yeah, great. So now this is the function for the for some multiplication. I'll say multiplication, and I'll say over here func mul you can say, or product you can say. Okay, func product. This will also like take two parameters a and b, and this would return as the product of them. So like let me scroll this, yeah, and this would return a into b. Okay, and now this is the function for finding out the like you can say quotient. Okay, so yeah, func you can say quo, which takes a and b. Similarly, the parameters and returns as the int value, and we would return b slash a. Okay, I hope like pretty much everyone understood what we are doing till now. And now the next final step is to write our main method from where our execution of the program begins. So this is our main method. Now let's start with writing this. Yeah. So first, like we have to tell user some message. Like this is going to be a menu-driven program means like when we'll say to user like enter, let's say one for performing addition, and similarly like enter two to perform subtraction, and enter three to perform multiplication. Similarly, enter four for performing like uh, quotient or division you can say. So yeah, that this would be going to be a menu driven program. So like let's send the user message. So for like printing, as I have mentioned, we are using the println method from the like package format. So format dot println, here we have to say user, and that hey user enter one for like performing the addition, two for subtraction, and three for product, four for quotient. Okay, and also like we want to exit the program when user enters 5 for exit. Okay, yeah. So this message user. Now user will enter some store that choice in a variable, and like then we will be applying like conditional statements on based on that choice. So let's define a variable where choice, which will be of int type. Okay, so this is basically a format of like defining or declaring a variable. We are using var keyword and then the your variable name and then the data type. So we'll use format dot scan line function to take the input from user, and use ampersand and then the variable name where you want to store that value. So pretty much this only. Now we'll be applying if else. You can also apply like if else ladder, or like you can use switch case. So if you are like using switch case, it makes our work a lot easier. So yeah, like we can use switch case. Okay, switch like I can say choice, and then I can say if it's case one, then like I'm going to perform the addition. If you're like not familiar with the switch case, and this is a beginner friendly, so like I can use if else. Let's use if else statement, which will be more like you beginner friendly. Okay. uh, yeah, we in the upcoming like videos we'll learn about this switch case statement. I'll create a separate video for that. Yeah, so like yeah, if like my choice is equals to 1, what I'm going to do is like I'm going to perform the addition. So let's call the addition method, and when we will call the addition method, and we need to like pass to numbers to this method. So first of all, before checking the condition, we need to like uh, take two numbers from the user. So let's define two numbers over here also. Like we can say where a comma b, which type is int. Okay, you can declare like two variables in this way also, or like you, if you want, if you wish, you can declare them separately, like variable b int. Okay, yeah. So now if first we need to take the numbers from the user. So I'll say to user enter value for num1, number one, and similarly like I'll say that for the second one also. But before that, I need to store that value. So format dot like scan line and ampersand num a. Okay, and then like I'll say for the enter value for the number two, and here I'll say format dot scan ln, and I'll get this value in b. Okay, now we have both the numbers. So let's have the conditional statement. If like my choice equals to 1, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the addition method. But as we know, addition method is going to return as some integer values, so we need to store that also. I can say int add, I can say int add is equals to like I'll call the addition method, and that takes two parameters, two numbers basically. So from here like we can pass a and b, and simply we can print the answer or the value that our addition method would return if we are getting in the add variable. So we can print that. Here we can say the sum is equals to comma add. Okay, so the things that you write inside the double inverted commas are printed as it is, and like now we need to print the value also. Then if we like write over here add, then this is going to like not recognize it as a variable. It will like simply print this, but we need to like have the value of this variable. So that's why we are like applying this comma. And if you like, this would simply like uh, uh, print in the format like the sum is, if the value for the add variable is 5, then this is going to be in this format. Okay, yeah, cool. So now let's write for the else if part also. And before that, like I would like to share one thing which you need to like be careful of. As in other programming language, like if you wish, you can keep this curly braces in the same line as that of if, or if you wish, you can keep it in the next line. But in Golang, it is not that case. You need to keep it in the same line as that of if. And also if else in other programming languages like Java, Kotlin, you keep it over here, then there's no issue there. But here it is. The compiler or like it will the compiler is going to give you the error over here. Okay, so remember this. Yeah, cool. So in the else if condition, I'm going to check if the choice is like 2 equals to 2, then I am going to call the subtraction method. Okay, so and I'll store the value in sub is equals to subtraction. Okay, uh, yeah, and we need to pass two variables c and b, and simply the same, and we did in the if condition, we'll print the value. The subtraction is equals to like comma sub. Okay, now we need to do the same for the multiplication also. Like what I can do is, rather writing each time, I can simply copy this, copy, paste, and again paste. This will be like multiplication one. If user enters 3, then I'll store this in mul. Okay, mul, and okay, and call the multiplication method. Okay, and here like for the division is okay, here I need to like mul, I need to update the variable also. And here in this case, if the user's choice is 4, we need to perform the division. Okay, question, I need to like recheck if my method name are correct. Okay, no, product and q. Okay, this, there is no method as such as multiplication. It, I have named it as q. It's for the question, sorry, and I have named it as product. Yeah, and this is q, quo. Yeah, cool. This is multiplication, man. Multiplication. Okay, and this one is the division is, and I need to update variable also. I say quotient, quotient. Yeah, pretty much done with this. And one more condition is there, like if the choice is 5, then we need to exit. So but we are not implementing that over here. I'll let you know why I'm doing so. And in the else condition, we'll like enter if user suppose enters 8, but we have not said any like guidelines for the number 8. So if user enters some other numbers, then we can tell the user that incorrect choice, you have entered an incorrect choice. Incorrect choice. Cool. So now if you notice, what is going to happen is like a program is going to run only for the one time. Like it will take two numbers from the user. Okay, It will take two numbers from the user A and B, and like it will perform. Okay, let me run this. That will give you a better understanding. One
Okay.
is go run, and then you need to give it the file name. So command line argument undefined subtraction. Okay, let me check where is the error. Subtraction. Okay, I think I have named something else. SUBS. Okay, 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 got it. Yeah, there's an error over here. SUBS, and also like what I had done is like I had entered something like similar to this over here. Int sub is equals to, and then SUBS a comma b. So like you need to change this to this. Okay, I had updated that. Okay, so yeah, let me run it again. So pretty well it has run. We are getting the message enter 1 for addition, 2 subtraction, 3 product, 4 quotient, and 5 for exit. So let's enter 2 for addition and sorry, subtraction, and then 3 and 3 gives us 0. Okay. So what you have noticed over here is like after performing an one operation, our program is exiting on its own. But what I want is like after I perform the subtraction, and now our program should again start from here asking us the input to perform the next operation. So for achieving that, like what we can do is like we can keep it inside a loop. Okay, let's see how we can achieve that. So in Go programming language, we have only one loop for, but using for loop, like we can create while, for, and do while as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is like I'm going to wrap this all stuff inside a for loop. Okay, and everything inside a for loop. So basically in Golang, like as I mentioned, we have only one loop, which is a for loop. Okay, so if you like simply use this syntax and do not pass any conditions and stuff, so this works similar to an infinite while loop. Okay, so infinite loop basically you can say. So yeah, for loop over here, and like what I'm going to say it as I am telling the user to exit when the choice is 5. So what I can do is I can check the choice over here as the if like choice equals to 5, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to break out of this. Okay, so I hope you are familiar with the break keyword, and if you are not, let me tell you. Break is basically what it does is it is going to like stop the execution of the for loop. If anywhere inside the for loop, the compiler finds out break statement, it directly jumps out of the for loop. So if this condition is true, then the compiler will uh, get the break statement, and suddenly our execution will stop. So now let's run this app and see if everything is working fine. Go run calc dot go. So let's first perform the addition. 3 2, which gives us 5. Awesome. And like now you can see it is again asking us for the input. Our program has not exited as earlier. If you can see, if you noticed and see over here, like after performing the subtraction, our program has exited. So but now in this case it is not. Now let's perform the subtraction also too, and now it's asking for another input. So 3 3, which gives us 0. So this will carry on going asking for input until and unless like you enter 5 to exit. Enter 5. Yeah, so you can notice over here like our program has exited. Okay, so yeah, pretty much this only. This was a very basic program in Golang. but it's very important for a beginner's perspective, as in this we have like uh, performed important operations like functions. We learned about functions, returning values from functions, printing any statement to the like screen, getting any user from the input also, and for loop, we learned about for loop, if else, if ladder and stuff. So yeah, and if you love this video, like this video, please consider subscribing to our channel and sharing it with your friends in your network, so that they can also get benefited from this. So let's meet in the new video. Till then, keep learning and keep rocking. Bye.